Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new weekly vlog. I haven't done a weekly vlog in forever, honestly. I try to do one once a month, either a reading or a weekly vlog, and I feel like I haven't even worked on, where are we? In April? No, we're not in April. Are we in April? Yes. I haven't even worked on April's vlog. So here we are. And yes, my voice sounds weird because I am semi-sick. From what? I don't know, because it's like 85 degrees now. I shouldn't be getting sick in the springtime, but here we are. So today is April 25th. It was take your kids to work day. So me and the kids went to my husband's work and they had such a great time. We had a blast. Let me angle this differently because I feel like I'm like angled weird. Okay, much better. We had such a blast, had a great time, and now we're home. It's 2:37. I'm gonna work on editing a video that I haven't worked on. Like, I have 2 videos that I need to edit to just post, and they're just my unboxing videos, but I haven't done it because I've been feeling like this. Thankfully today I feel a lot better. But let me tell you what I'm reading this week. Okay, this month I read Powerless. And that freaking book changed my life, okay? I absolutely loved it. I think I will say that that book so far is my favorite book of this year so far. Like, that is saying so much. Oh my God, just everything about that book. If you haven't read Powerless by Lauren Roberts, please read it. It is so freaking good. It is a good enemies to lovers YA fantasy. It's compared to the Hunger Games. The angst and the tension that the main female character has with the main male character is freaking phenomenal, okay? And I listened to the narrated version of this book. Like, I listened to the audio of this book. My gosh, the person that narrates the main male character's voice, Kai, I think he's from Stranger Things. His freaking voice is gold. And every time he calls her darling in the book. You guys, anyways, after I read that book, I went on a book slump because then I read Abby Jimenez's Only for the Summer, and let me just tell you, that book did not hit at all. I have so many opinions about that book, and I'll talk about it in my wrap-up. Try to start Heartless Hunter or Crimson Moth, same book, didn't hit. So then I decided that I was gonna read some of the Olympian Gods series. It's like spicy versions of Greek mythology retellings. I ended up reading Neon Gods first, which is Persephone and Hades romance, and my God, am I obsessed with that couple now. So I finished that book, I read that, absolutely loved it. Now I'm on book 3, and I think this one is about Helen and I don't know what other gods, but I'm on book 3. But for this week, I'm actually just, this is the only book that I'm going to be reading this week, to be honest with you. I did start Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings. This is book 2 of the Magnolia Park series, and I only got this far into it. And I have to say, see that? I only got that far. I have to say, it's not doing anything for me right now. And for some reason, I think the first book had better writing than this one, even though this one is still good. I'm not enjoying it as much. I think it's because I'm in a fantasy kick, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'll even put a dent in this book because I'm not in the mood for it, and I don't even know if I'm going to finish it this month or this week. So I'm currently working on that. Then I picked up A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. Now this is part of the Persephone's and Hades saga. There's literally 4 books in the perspective of Persephone, and then you also get to combine it with 3 or 4 other books and you get Hades' point of view. So you kind of combine and it becomes like a 8-book series or something like that. And honestly, I'm obsessed with this couple. So I did start this. I'm only on page 66. And again, another one that I'm just like, I don't know if I'm enjoying it this much. You know, I don't know if I'm liking it or I'm in the mood for it. I don't like it right now as much as I liked Neon Gods. And I've heard that this book is supposed to be better than Neon Gods, but for some reason, I'm not enjoying it as much. Isn't that weird? What I'm really slowly focusing on this week and reading like religiously is the Zodiac Academy series by Carolyn Pickham and Suzanne Valenti. Listen, okay, this is book 2 of that series, and it's a massive series. First of all, The Zodiac Academy series is like literally an 8.5 book series. But there are also side spin-offs series that you read in between these books that give you the full-blown experience. You know, it follows different characters from the Academy itself. If you wanted to combine the books, which I'm doing, call me crazy, that's what I'm doing. But if you wanted to combine the books, I'm basically reading like a 20-book series. Why did I sign up for this? I don't know. But you know what? I'm entertained. And before you come at me and criticize my reading taste, because this series, either you really, really hate it to the core or you really, really love it. There's really no in between. It is poorly written. It has really bad reviews. I mean, the writing is so cringe, like so freaking cringy that like you get goosebumps just reading it because it's that bad. But the magic system, the school itself, the way elemental magic works, some of the characters in here, the way that you get emotionally attached to these characters, the way that these books end. Like I've heard that each book ends in a cliffhanger, and I've heard that they emotionally damage you, and I'm like, emotional damage, sign me up please. So here we are, okay? And this is the only thing that has hit after reading Powerless, to be honest with you. I'm just here for a good time, to be entertained, even if the writing sucks. That's just my opinion. The first book was pretty bad, but I still gave it a 4 because I'm entertained. It's so full of drama and it's so addicting and so easy to read that I just can't stop. And again, if I were you and you were intrigued, you can blame this on TikTok for me, because the people that love this series really, really love it. And we can all agree that the writing is horrific, but we can all agree we are entertained and it's good. And this is supposed to be a bully fantasy romance set in a magical school, kind of like Harry Potter, but super steamy. I've heard this gets super steamy the further you get into the books. Honestly, I'm enjoying my time and I'm having such a great time with this. I listened to 40% of the audiobook for the first book. It was so bad. So I ended up reading 60% of the book myself. Now I'm just reading this with my eyeballs. You know, it's taking me longer, but I'm enjoying my time. And don't criticize me, you guys. Like, I don't know what's gotten into me. I'm a different person right now, I guess, because I really, really hated Abby Jimenez's Just for the Summer. And I know a lot of people loved it and that's perfect for them. For me, I hated it, and here I am reading this, which people just call this garbage, but I freaking love it. Like, I love it. I am on page 168. I started this book yesterday and I read up to 134 pages. Got some reading done this morning, and then we went to my husband's work and did all that. I'm hoping to get some more of this done tonight because I just can't wait. It's getting good. And this one, I'm happy to say, the writing, either I'm getting used to it or I really don't mind it. But this one is not as cringy, and a lot more things are happening in this one. So I'm actually having such a great time reading it. Comment down below if you guys have read this series. I don't know if I want to know like how much you hated it, because there's so many people that hate it, but I'm enjoying it and I'm having such a fun time with this. This is the only series right now that has hit for me. I mean, I'm not comparing this to Powerless at all, because that freaking book is on a pedestal. Like, it's sealed up on a pedestal, like glowing, okay? This is just a different kind of experience, and I'm here for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to edit my Lumicrate unboxing video for, I don't even know what month, honestly, last month. Who knows? We'll see. And then probably just get some reading done. Happy Friday. Sorry about the lighting. It is actually one of the best days to read because it's gloomy, it's rainy, and it's dark outside. I really love days like this. So it is 12:45 last night before bed. I just literally fell asleep. I passed out. Like, because I'm reading this with my 2 eyeballs and not listening to the audiobook of this, it does take me longer, but it does make me sleepier faster because I guess my eyes are working harder. I don't know. I'm really enjoying this. I don't think you guys realize how obsessed I am with this series. Like, it's only book 2 and I already know that it's gonna get better and better. It's literally just like one of those like experiences where it's like a TV reality show that you think it's absolutely ridiculous, but that you can't stop watching because it's so addicting. That is how I feel about this series, and it hasn't even gotten to like the best parts yet, I've heard. So I'm excited to continue reading this. I'm so happy that I'm just, all my plans for the end of the month this month have been thrown out the window. I mean, I also got Emily Henry's new release not long ago. Funny Story, I think it's called. I have it right here. Yeah, Funny Story. I have not opened it, haven't had an interest in opening it, even though I love Emily Henry, because I'm just so hooked on this and I just want to keep reading more of this. So yeah, today I got my workout done. I filmed a video, an unboxing. Okay, sorry, my battery died on me, so I had to change it. So anyways, like I was saying, I got my workout in, I did an Illumicrate unboxing video this morning, and now I have an hour and 30 minutes before I go pick up Charlie. So I'm gonna try to put a dent in this and try to read more of this. I honestly didn't really explain to you what this book is about, or at least the series. The series is basically about a bully romance set in an academic setting. The bully aspects of the romances in here are pretty extreme and kind of triggering. I have to remind myself that this is just strictly fiction and it's very entertaining. Like, I will give it that. It's super entertaining. I'm not gonna give you a lot of like information because I think you should just go in it blind, but we're following two twin sisters by the name of Darcy and Tori Vega, and they lived in the mortal world since they were born. Something happened where they were kind of put in the mortal world and they had no idea that they were even fae or had magical abilities until one day a professor comes and tells them about this magical academy and that they're actually the heirs of the royal throne in this world. And so from there they get kind of teleported into this academy, and as long as they do good in the academy, then they'll be able to claim their thrones again. Right now there are 4 boys that are like kind of stepping in as far as being on the throne. They're 4 heirs. That's basically all I'm gonna say, but there's just so much in here. There's vampires, there's werewolves, there's Pegasus, there's Cyclops, there's Medusas, like, I don't know what, Gordons. There's just so many things in here that are so interesting and makes this story so interesting. There's maybe forbidden romance in here, maybe a professor-student romance, like, I don't know, but I'm excited to keep reading. So I've read 226 pages and I haven't even hit the middle of the book yet. I'm very interested to keep going.
Deixa de preguiça, deixa o cobertor, deixa que hoje eu vou ser o teu calor. Sei que tá friozinho, já sei como é. Sei que o nosso amor aquece quando quer. De manhãzinho o sol nasceu, deu esperança de beijinhos. Não espere tanto, tanto tenho a dar pra fazer o frio evaporar. Deixa de preguiça, deixa o cobertor, deixa que o
Good morning, you guys. Happy Saturday. So I'm really enjoying this. Like, I don't know what it is, you guys. I can't explain it. Yes, there's things going on. Yes, the writing is cringy, but I freaking like it. I like where the story is going. I can't really say a lot because this is book 2, but I'm enjoying it. And again, all my plans have been squashed because I'm just engrossed in this. I'm just glued to this. So yesterday I read over 100 pages, like 110 or something. I'm now on page 344 because I read some more in the morning. I have roughly under 200 pages left to finish the book. As soon as I finish this book, I think I'm going to jump into book 3, which is Zodiac Academy, The Reckoning, I think. The Reckoning. And then after that, after I read the 3rd book, I'm going to be jumping into the Ruthless Boys series, which is a 5-book series that kind of interconnects with this one, because I've heard that if I read book 4 before I start The Ruthless Boys, then I will be spoiled with who one of the characters in there ends up with. Even though I heard book 4 is one of those books that is gonna emotionally damage you, which I am so anticipating because I want the same feelings, I'm gonna just have to stop at book 3 and then jump into a 5-book series, which is The Ruthless Boys, and then after that come back and keep reading more of Zodiac Academy. The Ruthless Boys series is a prequel and it happens like 10 years before Zodiac Academy does, but in that series you get to know all of the heirs, you get to know all of the boys that are connected to this series in these books right now. So I'm really excited because in the first book you only get the twin sisters' points of views, and in this book you get little sprinkles, like a chapter here and there, of each of the main male characters. My husband always likes to video bomb me. Anyways, I'm really excited, and honestly I have no plans today. This is kind of how my weekends go. I don't do a lot on the weekends, honestly, and I prefer it that way because I'm always on the go with school and schedules and carpools and all that stuff on the weekdays, that on the weekends I just want to be lazy and read all day. And because the kids are just doing amazing this morning and entertaining themselves, that's exactly what I intend to do, other than laundry, obviously. It's also very cold outside. We were planning on having like a pool day weekend type of thing tomorrow, and I don't think that's going to happen either because it's just windy and cold and miserable outside. So what better way to spend my day than to just read all day and binge this book? So that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Deixa de preguiça, deixa o cobertor, deixa que hoje eu vou ser o teu calor. Sei que tá friozinho, já sei como é. Sei que o nosso amor aquece quando quer. De manhãzinho o sol nasceu. Deu esperança de beijinhos. Não espere tanto, tanto tenho a dar pra fazer o frio evaporar. Deixa de preguiça, deixa o cobertor, deixa que hoje eu vou ser o seu calor.
Do you guys like my Gold's Cafe little mug? I think this is a 15-ounce mug. And on the back it says, where the tea never grows cold and the scones are always warm. And if you guys have read Divine Rivals, you already know that this is one of the famous cafes that Iris visited to either have a meeting, to think, to get away, to reset. So this means a lot to me. It is 6:19 p.m. and I'm happy to say that maybe today, by the way, I made myself a cup of coffee and I'm making myself a grilled cheese because I'm just craving it right now. I'm just craving that comfort of just an ooey gooey grilled cheese. And I make mine with the crappiest cheese, like the Kraft singles cheese, because I just like it. I don't like it fancy. 2 slices of bread and a little flattened and toasty on either side with a little bit of salt, and I'm good. So I'm craving that. I'm happy to say that I only have 100 pages left before I finish Ruthless Faith from the Zodiac Academy series. I'm so excited. We just finally got to a steamy scene, and I mean, I don't read books just for the steam, but when there's angst and there's tension there amongst the characters, I just crave it. And when they finally get together, it's like, yes, I want more, you know? So like this book, let me check on my grilled cheese. Give me a second. So this book literally only has 2 steamy scenes, and they're not like, the first one is kind of like a teaser. It's not really super steamy. And so I'm just happy that we're finally getting there. But now I'm like, okay, and now I want more. Like, what's gonna happen in the next book? And I've heard that the series just gets steamier and steamier as it goes on. My plans tonight is to hopefully finish the book. If not, if you hear my kids in the background, just excuse them because they were just, the way that they play is by screaming off the top of their lungs. It's just everything is so animated when they play. You would think that they're riding a roller coaster or they're being tortured or something. It's ridiculous. But anyways, I plan on trying to finish that book tonight and maybe jumping onto The Reckoning and see where that takes me. Or maybe I will, I don't know, start a romance. We'll see. But I'm kind of still in this fantasy kick, and Zodiac Academy is hitting the spot for me. All I have to say is thank God for these headphones, because my kids are having a screaming match right now, like a playful screaming match. And if I didn't have these, I wouldn't be able to read, to be honest with you. So, I have my grilled cheese. Look at it. I put like a slice and a half. Toasty, buttery, salty. Tastes so good with coffee. This is my first time combining the two, and if you haven't done so already, I suggest you do, because the sweetness of the coffee just balances well with the crispiness of the grilled cheese. It's so good. Anyways, enough of my food TED Talk. I'm on page 438, and I'm just gonna eat my grilled cheese, drink my coffee, and read my book. Good morning. Happy Sunday. So, I have an update for you. I did finish Ruthless Fae, Zodiac Academy Ruthless Fae Book 2 last night. Happy to say I finished it and I gave it a 4. I'm just having such a great time with this series. It's so fun. And again, the books are bingeable. So I quickly moved on to book 3, which is Zodiac Academy The Reckoning. Things are happening, you guys. I'm only on page 66. Things are happening. It's getting very interesting. Romances are blossoming, which we all love. Now, I will say, did I do laundry yesterday? Yes, I did. Did I fold laundry? No, I didn't. But that's besides the point. The point is I finished Ruthless Fae, which was what I really wanted to do yesterday. I just have a whole ton of laundry to do today, but that's okay. That's okay. By the way, do you like my hair? Isn't it pretty? This is the result of not washing my hair for, I would like to say, a week. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. When that happens, I put my hair up or I put my hair in this so it doesn't look as gross. Mind you, I'm not showing you the back because the back looks like a hot mess, but that's okay. I did it on purpose because we might still do pool day today depending on how the weather is towards the end of the day. We've been doing pool day towards like 2 or 3 o'clock just so that the sun goes down a little bit and it's not like burning us, you know? So hopefully we'll do pool day today. But my plans for today are not, I don't really have a lot of plans today, honestly. I just have a lot of laundry to catch up on, and that's pretty much it. I don't think we have to run any errands. I do have to prepare to make a couple of videos though. I want to do a book haul video and I want to do an unhaul video. And I also want to pick my TBR already. Like, I'm so excited for May's TBR, and it's only what? It's the 28th of April, and I'm already wanting to pick my TBR. Usually I don't pick it till the very last day of the month just because I'm like wishy-washy and I'm such a mood reader that I literally change my mind every 10 minutes. Who knows, maybe later we'll pick my TBR together, and this video is gonna go out like somewhere in the middle of next month, so you've seen my TBR video before this, and who knows, I might change my mind with some of the books, but I already know that May's TBR is gonna be fully packed with a lot of fantasy books because I am in such a fantasy mood. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're not really doing much today. Another just relaxing day. I also have a dentist appointment tomorrow that, again, like, I have these random cough attacks and they're so embarrassing. Like, I can't help myself. When it happens, and it's just, I'm unstoppable. Like, so I really don't want to be coughing while I'm getting my teeth cleaned, okay? Hopefully my dentist doesn't hate me because this is probably the second or third time I reschedule with him, but it's because it's been so inconvenient to just stop what I'm doing and go to the dentist. Anyways, that's pretty much all the updates I have. I'm gonna go get something to eat because I haven't eaten anything, and then move on with my day. Okay, so we finally just got to a point where there is a bedroom scene, but it's not a steamy scene. It's just like one of the nicest things that this character does to this other character that just tugged at my heart. Finally, we are getting scenes like this, and I'm on book 3 of Zodiac Academy, page 162, and it took 2 books and 162 pages to get to this point because the last book had 2 steamy scenes in it, and those were fine, but this is what I live for. I live for moments like this. And oh my gosh, the lighting in here sucks because I have decided to talk to you guys when it's like super bright in here. Towards like the end of the day, not the end of the day, but excuse this angle too, by the way, guys. Towards like midday or afternoon, the library just gets hit with like a bunch of light. And that's nice and all, but it's not very nice to read like when there's like so much light blazing through the window. And also it's not very fun to film either or sit down and chat with you guys when the lighting is that horrific. Anyways, it looks a little better now. But this is what I'm talking about. I love when books do this to you, when you're just reading and they're going about their day-to-day life in the school. You know, it gets to a point where it starts becoming a little bit slower. I'm just like, why am I reading this right now? Like, I want things to pick up. This is like a 20+ book series. I want some things to happen. And not saying that things don't happen. There's a lot of things that are going on. There's a lot of action-packed scenes in here and a lot of like subtle romantic gestures that are happening amongst the characters, which is fine. But like when I get a scene like this and he looks after her because she is drunk out of her mind and it's just so good. That's all I'm gonna say. It's so good. It just pulls me back in, reels me back in. I love when books tease me like that. And of course my camera's dying. Oh my gosh. But I love when books do this to me where it pulls me back in. Okay, I changed my battery, and again, the lighting is horrific. Okay, sorry guys, but I just have to sit down and talk to you guys for a minute before like all my thoughts just go out the window and I move on to the next thing. What I really was saying is that I freaking love when books kind of get into this kind of like, not mundane, but like slow and steady pace, you know, where things are happening but not enough to excite you, and then all of a sudden we get a scene like this. It's everything to you, like to me anyways, and it just reels me back in, it hooks me again, it teases me, it makes me look forward to the next chapters and the next encounters, and that's freaking amazing. I love feeling like that. I love being manipulated like that, and just anyways, I'm enjoying this so much. Okay, in this one, I can't say much because it's book 3, but in this one we get more of the male's POVs, and you just get one chapter here and there. It's subtly done. And sometimes you only get a page of what, you know, what they're thinking. And it's enough to keep you like glued on, and it's enough to intrigue you to want to get to the next chapters where you're gonna get their whole full POVs. So I'm so excited about that. I was a little nervous at first because I'm combining the other spin-off series with this series and I'm not just reading this one full blown. I have to stop at book 3 after I'm finished reading it, and then I have to move on to book 1 through 5 of the Ruthless Boys series. I think that series is actually the one where you get all of the heirs' points of views and you get all of the males' points of views, which is very, very exciting to me because I love reading from the males' point of views. So I'm really enjoying this, slowly chipping away at it. Also doing a lot of laundry because I haven't been keeping up with my laundry, meaning I've been washing, but I haven't been putting away, which is the most annoying thing that you could do with laundry. But anyways, here we are. Because of that, I don't listen to this on audio. I read it physically. So I need an audiobook. I had Flawless audiobook. I've had it for a while and I just told myself, what the heck, I'll just start it while I was folding laundry this morning, and I'm going to keep doing that while I'm, you know, folding laundry because this is the only book that's hooked me right now. I'm already on chapter 4. I'm loving it. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. I don't necessarily like the narrators of this book though. I don't. I feel like the narrator for the man sounds like he's way too old. You know when you get narrators that don't really act their narrations, meaning like they don't dramatize them, or it sounds, I don't know, monotone. And I have it on 0.16 speed, so I do have it on a quicker speed, but like, can we just get a little bit more personality out of the narrators? If not, I see myself just physically reading this, to be honest with you. But I am enjoying this. You haven't heard of Flawless, which I'm sure all of you guys have. This is the first book in the Chestnut Springs series, and it's a series of romance books that have cowboys in them, okay? Every single book follows a certain brother, which I think they're part of this family of cowboys. And this one follows Summer, and I think his name is Rhett. And Rhett is a professional bull rider. Summer is his agent's daughter who has been assigned to kind of babysit him because since he's a professional bull rider, he was caught on camera saying how much he hates milk, and that is very offensive considering he has contracts with certain dairy companies. Because of that, he is now being babysat by his agent's daughter just to make sure to keep him on his toes and to make sure that he doesn't go overboard or say something to the public that he is not supposed to say, so that he doesn't lose his contracts. I'm literally just started the book, but I'm in the part where she has to literally physically live with him in his family's ranch just to keep an eye on him. This is giving me forced proximity. It's giving me Grumpy Sunshine because he's very grumpy and he has a mouth on him. I'm only on page 42 and this man has a mouth on him. So I can only imagine all the other scenes we're gonna get from him. I can just imagine, okay? She's described as this very uptight attorney. She just graduated law school. She's very uptight, very pristine looking, very put together, very gorgeous, but super uptight. And he's this potty mouth. And I say potty mouth because I am a mom. So like that's just how I'm gonna say it. But he's this potty mouth of a man who is very vulgar and does not know how to shut up. Everything comes out of his mouth that shouldn't. So it's their romance, obviously. And I just can't wait to get into it because I feel like I've missed the train on this one. Everybody's already moving on to the spin-off series. Not the spin-off series, but a brand new series that Elsie Silver has come up with, is currently working on right now. The first book is already out and I think it's called Love Wild or something like that. And it takes place in the same universe. I'm totally behind, but this is the only book that has hooked me as far as that goes because I've been trying to get back into these other books that I've started this month or this week. I've been trying to get into A Touch of Darkness. The audiobook is fine. I don't know what it is, guys. I'm probably not in the mood, or honestly, I see myself liking Neon Gods better than this. Is that bad? Like, because I've heard everybody says that this is way better than Neon Gods, and I don't see it. I'm not like hating it, but I'm just not enjoying it to its full potential, I guess. Or I'm not giving it a chance because I just read Neon Gods and I'm comparing it to it. I don't know. I'm just not enjoying it right now. And it's so sad to say that. And then again, this one too with Daisy, I was gonna say Daisy Darker. Daisy Hates. All these annotations Again, I don't feel like this one particularly is written as beautifully as Magnolia Parks, the first book, but it's written to the point where it grabs onto your soul and pulls you and hooks you in that way because of the way that these characters talk about each other and think about each other and just unspoken words, but you get their points of views. It's just such great writing in that way. I'm just struggling because this is set in London, I think, and we got those beautiful accents. Man, am I trying to listen to this at 1.6 speed, and it's so freaking hard because they already talk fast as it is. But when one of the main characters in here, Christian, gets his part to narrate, he talks so freaking fast, but I don't want to slow down the speed because I just don't. And it's so hard to just listen to this. I have to physically read and listen to it at the same time. It's just the only way I can understand it. Again, but it's not hooking me. It's not hooking me to want to continue. And I literally only have like 6 days or 10 days on this one and 10 days or 12 days on this one in my Libby app. And I am the kind of person that, like, when I have that short of a time, I try to finish my books that I borrow just so that I don't have to reborrow them and sit in line for a while when they become available again. And also, like, I'm in the middle of these books. It's sucky to stop reading them for a while and then pick them back up. But this month, towards the end of the month, I've just been in mood reading so much that I don't care. At this point, I don't care. I just want to be happy with what I'm reading and just not be in a book slump, because after I read Powerless, my gosh, did I just go get a taste of what a book slump is. It's nothing crazy where like it's weeks of me not wanting to read anything. But yeah, I had a little moment, a few days where I just didn't want to pick anything up. And this is what happened. I picked these books up. I read a little bit of it and I just put them down because I wasn't in the mood. I read the Abby Jimenez book and I'm so sorry to say I did not enjoy it at all. My least favorite book that she has written. And everybody loves that book. And I'm just the odd person out. I guess I'm just the black sheep because I did not like it. If anything, I really hated it. Could you believe that? That is where I'm at right now. I'm gonna have lunch and then I'm gonna go back to doing laundry and I'm gonna listen to more of this while I do that. But I just wanted to share just how finally I'm getting the little nuggets that I like when they're set in books like this, where it's just so good. Like this scene, it was so good. And it was just a little scene, you know, nothing big, nothing steamy happened, but it was there. Just the angst was there, and that's all I need. You can give me that and I will be happy camper. And then make me read another 500 pages of nothing and give me that again and I will be hooked again. Happy Tuesday. I got a few things going on today. First of all, I'm very excited because hopefully today I will be getting my pre-ordered copy of Powerful by Lauren Roberts, which is, I think it's a novella about a specific character in the Powerless trilogy. I don't even know what the name of the freaking trilogy is. Let me just, yeah, in the Powerless trilogy. So it's like a little 200 something page novella. I'm so looking forward to reading that. I'm just so excited for it. Secondly, you guys know that I have the cold. Unfortunately, I've been coughing, waking up with a sore throat, which is the most painful thing. I know I'm exaggerating, but right now it is so painful waking up with a dry sore throat. It's like the worst thing ever. I wanted to just eat something light, but like hearty to me. And I wanted tomato soup with just your basic grilled cheese. I realized that my go-to tomato soup recipe that I do, which is a healthier version of a tomato recipe or tomato soup recipe that incorporates a half a cup of carrots. I don't have one ingredient and I'm not gonna go to the store just to get myself vegetable broth. I'm just not. So on Pinterest, I looked up your basic tomato soup and literally this is like a 3-ingredient tomato soup. It has a cup of milk, a can of whole peeled tomatoes, which I have, and onions, and obviously Parmesan cheese. So that's what I'm making. Fingers crossed that it's gonna taste good because it just seems so simple. So that's what I'm currently making right now, and I don't really have a lot of time before lunch and me having to pick up Charlie. So I'm kind of like in a time crunch. So I'm gonna do that. Also wanted to give you some reading updates. I am on page 136 of Flawless and I'm having such a great time. We haven't even gotten to any of the good scenes. We haven't even gotten there yet. It's so good. The back and forth that these characters give each other. I love Rhett, the main male character. I love how mouthy he is and how grumpy he is. I just love it. This is so fun. I understand why people love this series so much and I feel like it's only gonna get better and better. So I'm having such a great time and there's such easy books to read. I started this yesterday. I'm already, I don't know, 30% into it and I'm enjoying it so much. As far as Zodiac Academy, The Reckoning, I am now on page 247, chapter 14. and my is getting good. It's giving me what I want it to give. I am enjoying the ride so much. I can't say much because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Again, I'm having such a great time, and that's all I gotta say. As I'm cooking this very basic tomato soup, I'm going to be listening to Flawless because I'm physically reading The Reckoning with my own eyeballs. So I'm gonna listen to this while I make tomato soup and my son's lunch, and then go from there. So the tomato soup was okay, wasn't my favorite, but again, I wasn't expecting a lot with the 3-ingredient basic tomato soup. It was perfect because I was a crunch on time. What made it really good was obviously the grilled cheese. I prefer the one that I make better, but again, I didn't have all the ingredients, so I just worked with what I had. But look, we got the book in, and I'm so excited about this. The only thing is that I still don't have the audiobook for it, and I really, really do like to listen to the audio version of it because if Kai makes an appearance in this book, I'm just gonna melt because the person that narrates his voice it's just so good, you guys. Just take my word for it. It is so good. Like, as he's reading to you, he could be reading the crappiest writing, but his voice, perfection. So let's see. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so little. I got the hardback cover because it's like a mini book. Oh my gosh. Okay. So here it is. Look. Powerful by Lauren Roberts. It's literally like a tiny little, like, is this okay, why is this so little, you guys? Like, I gotta bring my Powerless book. Oh my gosh, it's like this little mini tiny book. I'm very shocked that it's so tiny. Let me bring out my other book. Okay, okay. Look how little this book is. Like, is that, why? Why? I don't understand. That is so weird. Like, is it like this everywhere? I'm gonna have to look this up. Anyways, this one follows. Who is it gonna follow? Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that person. Okay, so this can wait because I have to figure out if this is Like, isn't this ridiculous? You can't even stack them with each other. I'm gonna have to look this up because it's kind of annoying. I mean, this is like a baby version of a book. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. So I've literally had such a productive morning and such a busy morning. I started off my morning. Obviously, I always read in the mornings. That's not different. That never changes. But I started off my morning with filming my April reading wrap up. And I am so happy with the way it came out. It's very long because I haven't edited it yet, but it came out so good. And I feel like sometimes videos seem like when you're filming them, they seem like they're flawless, or other times you struggle a little bit. But I had such a good time filming that, and man, did I have so many opinions, and oh my gosh, I can't wait for you guys to see it. I wanted to give you a reading update. I started and finished Powerful by Lauren Roberts, which is the little novella in the Powerless trilogy. I think it's a trilogy. This is about a specific side character that is in book 1. During the trials in book 1, this is her story. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm like in the middle of making chili for my husband and me. I want to get it done before he goes to work today. I only have a few hours. Luckily, this is like a 5-ingredient chili that is delicious, flavorful, and it literally only takes 20 minutes. I'll show you like all the things I have in it. But I gave this a 5-star. This was so heartbreaking because if you read Powerless, you know exactly what happens to this character in that book. The fact that we have to read her story and background and backstory and love interest is just so heartbreaking, you guys. 5 out of 5. I had such a great time reading it, but the entire time I was anticipating the ending because we all know what happens in the end. And I will just leave it at that, okay? I had such a great time at reading this book. I highly recommend you reading the Powerless trilogy, or I think it's a trilogy, and I'm telling you, it's just so life-changing, okay? Life-changing. Okay, so anyways, I did that. I filmed. Now I'm cooking, which is nice. I feel so productive. I'm literally eating cottage cheese and peach because I haven't had anything for breakfast. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. But as I'm doing this, I literally am cooking this delicious chili recipe that I found on Pinterest. This has been my go-to. I don't like to add in anything over the top or make meals too fancy. I like to make quick, hearty, easy, delicious meals, and this is what that is. You literally just need 1 small onion diced. You need 3 15-ounce cans of tomatoes with green chilies in it. Today, I'm going to be using a mild, a regular, and 3 hot, and because that's all we had, and I feel like it's going to be way too hot, but I'll let you know. And then 2 tablespoons of chili powder, which I only use 1 because we're chicken. We like the hot and smoky feel of hot food or spicy food. We don't like it to be too spicy where it burns like the pit of your stomach. We don't like that. And that's pretty much it. And then ground turkey, that's it. Oh, and also 2 cans of whatever pinto beans, kidney beans, beans that you want to use. And that's pretty much it. I put cheese on it, sour cream, and eat it with Ritz crackers or garlic bread, and it comes out so delicious. Hi, happy Friday. I literally have 2 minutes to close out this vlog before I need to pick up Charlie. I wanted to give you an update on what I've read and what I finished. Okay, so I'm still reading Zodiac Academy, book 3, The Reckoning, I think it's called. The Reckoning, yes, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm almost done with it. That's still going, but I did end up finishing Flawless by Elsie Silver. I don't even know if I told you what this book is about. I think I did. It was so good. I gave this book a 5. The freaking steamy scenes in this book, my god. Like in the beginning of the book, I was like, okay, this is cute. I'm enjoying myself. I don't know if I'm loving it or if I'm obsessed with it, but I'm enjoying it. But as I kept reading and as we got into the steamy scenes and the mouth on this man, oh my gosh, like today I was cleaning the house and I was literally blushing, giggling, kicking my feet as I'm wiping down the counters because it just, this man, I'm just saying. I understand the term now. I understand when they say, you know, put the hat on, ride a cowboy. I totally understand that now. I'm obsessed. I gave it a 5. I really, really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna jump into book 2 because it only took me one book to convince me that I'm gonna be obsessed with this series. The other day, I told you guys that I was making tomato soup, and I did. I made a basic recipe, normally not my go-to recipe. I was kind of like underwhelmed because it was okay, but it was just so like, it tasted kind of like a store-bought recipe, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't that great. Today I decided to make my go-to recipe, and this one is super simple and it's actually healthier. It's got chopped carrots, chopped onions, dried basil, 1 can of whole tomatoes, vegetable broth, and a little bit of milk, and it's so good. And if I could have just compared the two, look at this, look how creamy that looks. That is so delicious, and you can't even taste the carrots at all. You can't taste them at all. You know, it kind of adds a little bit of an extra, healthy kick to it. So that's why I really like it. I'm looking forward to it. I actually eat it with garlic bread, any kind, frozen, or I make my own, and it's just so delicious. And since I haven't been feeling the greatest, it just hits the spot. Today I had such a great productive day. My husband's been telling me like, well, yeah, you're always getting sick because your immune system is down because maybe you don't get out much, because yes, he's right. I am literally a vampire. All I want to do when I have some downtime is literally just veg out in my library on my couch and just read all day, and that's normally what I do, so I don't get a lot of sunlight. So the last couple of days I've been making it a point in an effort to go outside and get some sun before it starts to burn you, you know, like the good sunlight, if there's even that. I did that this morning. I read a little bit. I sat outside by the pool, and it was just so relaxing. It just filled me up so much. I started my day off really great, like in the happiest mood, even though I'm not feeling the greatest. It just made me feel so happy. On top of that, I cleaned the house while I was listening to Flawless, which is the best. It was the best experience ever. And then I ended up cooking. Oh, and I also washed my hair. Today was wash hair day. I did all the things, and my hair takes so much maintenance to just tame it. So I'm feeling pretty freaking accomplished, you guys. I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. So with that being said, I'm gonna close out the vlog. In this vlog, I only read I finished The Awakening, I think it was. I'm on book 3. So I finished book 2, I think, in this vlog, and I also finished Flawless, I think. Or I was working on book 3. No, I finished book 2 of Zodiac Academy. I forgot the name of it. The Reckoning? No, I don't know. I forgot the name. Oh, Ruthless Fame. And then I started book 3, which is The Reckoning. Still working on that. And then I finished Flawless. So all in all, it's been a pretty successful week for me as far as my reading goes. And all of these books are 4 to 5 star reads. So I'm feeling pretty lucky, you guys. I'm feeling pretty lucky. So that's it. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And I will catch you on my next one. Bye!